Hey guys, hello everyone. How are you guys doing? Okay, so this video is not for everybody. It's only for the select few who give a rat's behind about your health, okay? Everybody doesn't care about their health. So you might find this video not to be too interesting, okay? So if it's not for you, that's fine, okay? If you care about your health, then this video is for you. I'm going to make it short. This is not going to be a long video, only a few minutes, hopefully. Right? Okay. So, how are you guys doing? Hope you guys are doing well. Okay, so I literally just woke up a few minutes ago. I don't know what that was. So, this I'm going to tell you guys a little story. I have two stories to tell you guys, and they're both regarding my stepson, right? All right. So, over the summer, we have a, a hive in the front of our house. It's a not a beehive, it's a wasp hive, right? And so it's always been there. It's been there for years. My stepson went outside and he got stung by a wasp over the summer. Um, I'm sitting at work and I got a phone call. I got to go to the hospital. It's hurting real bad, blah, 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 blah. I got to go to the hospital. I'm like, calm down. You're not going to no hospital. Okay. So he got stung by a wasp. And so the video today is really to give you a couple of options what to do if you were to be outside somewhere and you got stung by something, a wasp, a bee, if you're in the woods, some you happen to be walking in the park and you got stung by poison ivy, or any type of insect bite. I'm sharing with you guys what you need to do and not run to the goddamn hospital and have somebody tell you that you got the coronavirus. Okay, whoops, I wasn't supposed to say that. Oh Lord. We're going to shut down this little video here. Anyway, so I'm trying to help you guys out to prevent you from running to the emergency room unnecessarily if something were to happen to you. The other thing I'm going to help you guys with is how to take care of a toothache at home instead of running to the emergency room in the middle of the night or on the weekend because you can't get to your regular dentist, right? Okay, so those are the two things that I'm going to help you guys out with today. Okay, okay. So thing number one. So I'm at work a few months ago. I get a phone call from my my stepson. Oh Lord, the earth is coming to an end because he then got stung by a wasp. All right. Now, if any of you guys have ever gotten stung by a bee or a wasp, it hurts like hell. I cannot tell you how many times I've been stung, dozens of times all over my face. Because I grew up on a farm and my uncle was a beekeeper, and so we had bees all over the place, and I used to get stung all over my face, swollen everywhere. Anyway, now if you are a person that has severe allergic reaction to a bee sting or whatever insect bite, this video is not for you. You need to go to the emergency right away, girl. Whoever you are, because I'm not going to tell you to stay home and try to do some home remedy. No, 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 no. If you have some really severe allergic reaction to bee sting or wasp or whatever it is, I suggest you go. Okay, now this is for the rest of us normal folks. You get a little bee sting, it's going to hurt real bad, or a wasp or whatever it is. It's going to hurt, it's going to get swollen and all of that, right? So, what do you do if you're home? Now, I'm in the Northeast, right? It's wintertime right now, so ain't no wasp or bee running around nowhere out here now. But for those of you who are in warm weather, you might have some wasp and bees running around still. But this video is for it, and it doesn't matter where you are right now. It's going to be summertime in a few months, okay? And yeah, things like this happen. You're going to be outside, your kids are going to be running around. When I used to work at the hospital, I used to see kids coming in the hospital. Oh, they got stung by a bee. They don't know what to do. And I'm like, you're at the hospital for this? Anyway, so What do you do if you happen to be home in your backyard? You're at the park with your children, right? Having burgers and french fry. You're whatever. It doesn't matter where you are. You're somewhere walking down the block and you or your child gets stung by a wasp or a bee or an insect or poison ivy or whatever. Doesn't matter. What do you do? Okay. So when my nephew, not my nephew, when my stepson called me, right? Yeah, calm down, relax. Okay, you ain't going to no hospital, right? And all I did was I went on my cell phone, I pulled up an image of a plant and I send it to him. I text it to him and I said, okay, look at this plant. Now go to the back door, open up the door and go outside, and you're going to see that exact plant outside on the ground. And that's what he did. He went outside in the backyard. I told him, grab a couple of leaves, come back inside, rub them together. Okay, put it on the area where you got stung. Pain is gone. Less than 15 seconds, right? So what I'm going to do, I'm going to show my screen to you guys, and I'm going to show you guys a plant that a lot of you guys have seen a million times and totally ignore it, right? A lot of us are not in tune with nature, unfortunately, and that's why so many of us are suffering from mental illness, because we are so wrapped up in the clouds in our own heads. You know, even in the summertime when the weather is beautiful, we don't stop to smell the roses, man. We don't stop to we don't go outside and take in some nature and go and learn to understand the plants and what's going on around us. I'm going to share my screen with you guys. Give me 1 minute. Okay. 1 second, guys. I'm going to share my screen. All right. So let me share my screen. How many of you guys have ever seen this plant right here? You're looking at it. All right. Let me bring it up. If you don't recognize that plant, I don't know what to tell you. Let me give you a different angle here. Any of you guys ever seen this plant before? Huh? How many times have you been in your backyard, in your front yard, in the park, walking down the block? Huh? Let me show you a different angle of that plant. There it is again. There it is, right there. I know there are some of you right now watching this video and you have seen that plant right there. Okay, I'm showing it to you because this plant is very recognizable. It's everywhere. And when I say everywhere, it is literally everywhere. You walk out your front door in the summertime and it's literally outside. It's in the grass. It's growing through the cracks in your driveway. It's down the block. You're walking kids down the block. It's right there in the crack of the sidewalk. It's literally everywhere. Everywhere, right? Okay, let me come back. It's literally everywhere that plant is, right? That plant is called Plantago a sciatica. That's what it's called. Plantago a sciatica. Some people call it plantain. I don't know why, because it doesn't look like plantain, but whatever. That's the name a lot of people call it, plantain, but it's called Plantago a sciatica. That plant is a natural antihistamine. Okay, antihistamine. You know, when you have allergies and your doctor prescribe antihistamine to get rid of your allergy. Okay, that right there is a natural antihistamine plant. Okay, and if you get stung by whatever, wasp, bee, poison ivy, stinging nettle. Okay, I've been stung by stinging nettle. You do not want to get stung by stinging nettle. Stinging nettle will, okay. Um, Plantago asiatica. All you need is a couple of the leaves. Too bad I don't have it because it's wintertime right now. But I have a whole bunch of that in my yard in the summertime. Okay. I don't, some people, they get the weed man, the lawn people, and they uproot those plants and get rid of them because they don't understand the beauty of those plants, the medicinal properties that are in those plants. People call them weed. They're not weed. It's a herb. It's one of the best herbs for back pain. Okay. For pain. Yes. It's a painkiller. But, um, if you get stung by anything, it is a natural antihistamine. Okay, and it's also good to for wound to help the wound to heal. Right. So you grab a couple of leaves, you put them in the palm of your hand, and you crush them because you need the juice from the leaves. And all you need is the juice from the leaves, and you rub the leaves on the area that you got stung, right? And in a matter of second, the pain is gone. Okay. And so when my stepson called me a couple of months ago and told me I got to go to the hospital, oh Lord, whatever, right? Less than 15 seconds later, we were off the phone because I told him just grab a couple of leaves, rub it on the area, boom, gone in a couple of seconds, right? Just like that. And this video is for those of you naysayers who don't believe in the herbs, okay? I'm not asking you if these things work. I'm telling you they work. Now, so that's one story with my with my stepson. Here's another story, right? Let's move on to another herb, okay? Plantago asiatica. I don't have that plant. You can get it online, okay? I'm just, but you need, if you were to get stung, you need the fresh green leaves, the fresh green leaf. That's what you need. Um, so usually people get stung by stuff in the summertime. That's when all the insects are out and the bees are flying around, right? And so that's when that plant is out everywhere. Okay. So you might not need it today, but you're going to need it at some point in the summertime if you get stung by a bee. Okay. Okay. Now let's move on. So this morning I woke up not so long ago, I woke up and my stepson is banging on my door. What's the matter? I gotta go to the hospital. My face hurt. He's having a toothache. Okay, his wisdom tooth is killing him. All right, hurting. He got to go to the hospital. I don't know what to do. Blah 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 blah. All right, calm down, relax. Okay, okay. So I'm gonna tell you guys what you need. You don't have to run to the ER if you woke up with a toothache, your wisdom tooth and all of that, and you got to go to the emergency room. That is very unnecessary. Okay. So clove oil. Okay. I'm in my kitchen today. Um, I'm going to show you guys. So these are cloves, right? You guys can see that. Some of you guys have this in your house, right? I cook with cloves, right? Right. So these are, right? You guys see those cloves. So this is the oil of the cloves, right? Okay. So my stepson is at my door. His face is hurting. His wisdom tooth he's in pain. He didn't sleep last night. Oh my God, the world is coming to an end, right? So all I did was I'll show you guys. Listen, I'm just helping y'all out. I'm helping y'all out. I'm trying to save you a trip to the ER. That's what I'm doing. And for you naysayers who don't believe in these herbs, I feel bad for you. I feel bad for you. So I ordered these things on Amazon. I'm going to show you guys what they look like. Okay. So this little thing here is you can use it to suck up liquid, right? Or oil or whatever it is, right? Okay. So you know what? Let me show you guys something. 1 second. I'm opening up the bottle. So what I'm doing here, I'm pouring some, whoops. Okay, so I'm pouring some clove oil in this, in the cover here, right? Okay, so this is my little suction here, right? My little stopper. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna suck some of the oil inside of this. Now look, there you go. You see that? Okay. So all I did was exactly what I just did. I pour some of that clove oil in the bottle stopper there. I use this thing here to suck up some of the oil. He opened his mouth and I put a few drops of this on the tooth. Seconds later, the pain is gone. Now, clove oil. Now, if you have a toothache, you more than likely have an infection in the gum, okay? Especially with that wisdom tooth. You have an infection in the gum, all right? And so what clove oil does is it gets rid of an infection, okay? It's I mean, man, listen, clove oil is one of the main ingredient in a parasite cleanse because cloves is an anti-parasitic herb, right? Anti-parasitic. It's anti-inflammatory. It's antibacterial. Gets rid of bacteria, okay, from anywhere. So if you have bacteria in your mouth, it's going to get rid of it. And it also works like a tranquilizer, right? So that's why the pain immediately goes away when you put clove oil on the tooth because it numbs the area, but it also helps to get rid of the bacteria and the infection in the mouth. Okay. So if you have a toothache, you can't sleep, you're up all night tossing and turning because it hurts like hell, right? Y'all know what a toothache. I used to get toothache when I was young. I don't get them anymore because I take care of my teeth now. When you're young and you don't know better, you don't know better. But uh, um, I have to say this: regular consumption of bitter herbs will get rid of bacteria in the mouth. Okay, gum disease, right? All that gum disease. Regular consumption of bitter herbs like wormwood, um, golden seal, stuff like that. If you consume these herbs on a regular basis, they're very bitter, but if you consume them, those herbs are anti-parasitic, they're antibacterial, they get rid of bacteria. And so they prevent gum disease, all right? Including clove oil, all right? It's an antibacterial oil. So just sharing a little something with y'all to prevent you from going to the hospital. All right. So if you have a tooth that's giving you problem, all you need is some clove oil until you get a chance to go to your dentist. You don't have to rush yourself to the ER. Okay. Just put a few drops, couple of drops, right, on the tooth. Okay. Now, if the tooth is on the up here, you might want to put the oil on a cotton ball and stick it in your mouth. Now, try not to swallow this oil because this is a very strong oil and you don't want to swallow it. You do not want to swallow the oil. So you have to constantly, try to spit it out. Okay. Yeah. Make sure you're in your bathroom somewhere you could spit. Right. Yeah. So clove oil. You can get this pretty much anywhere. Okay. So that's it. I just wanted to share that with you guys. You don't have to run to the ER for no reason at all. A couple drops of clove oil. That is now you might need to use it throughout the day, okay? A few times a day because you're gonna need it on a regular basis to kind of keep the infection to trying to slowly get rid of that infection that is infecting the tooth, right? So you need to use it a few times a day. Don't drink anything too hot or too cold, obviously. Stay away from junk food and sugary stuff, because all of that is going to go into the tooth and make it hurt some more, and further infect the tooth, right? So if you can go on a liquid dietary thing, while you're treating this tooth, try to just drink, maybe juice, or make some smoothie or some sea moss or whatever, but try not to eat some chicken and burgers while you're doing this, because you're only going to make it worse. Okay. So yeah, that's it, man. I hope you guys learned something. And like I said, this video is not for everybody, just a few people who gives a rat's behind about a more natural alternative than the doctor drugs that they're going to give you at the hospital. And then they're good. Listen, let me tell you something. If you have a toothache right now and you take yourself to the emergency room, they're going to give you a COVID test first. They're not doing anything before they give you a COVID test. You're going to get a COVID test first. That's the first thing they're going to do, is give you a COVID test. I'm just letting y'all know that right now. Okay. There's no need for you to go to the hospital, the ER, for a little toothache. For what? Take care of it at home. All right. The Most High gave us these things naturally. These things. Okay. That's what they're here for. Natural oil for the teeth. You go to the ER, they're going to give you a COVID test. We don't know what's in that, right? And then, all that drug and all that foolishness that they're going to drug you up with. That's so unnecessary. So unnecessary. A little toothache. It's the infection that you're trying to get rid of. All right? Get rid of the infection. All right, guys. That's it. Hopefully I was able to help you guys. So, Plantago A sciatica. You guys want me to show you the plant again? Let me show it to you one more time. Okay. Um, Next time you're outside, just take a few seconds, slow down, stop to smell the roses, and look at this plant. Look down. The next time you see this plant, you're going to remember this video. You're going to remember Sister Malika from Sisters of the Maccabees talk about this plant. You can't miss it. It's so familiar. You cannot miss it. You look down in the summertime and it's right there. People just step on it. They walk over it. It's all around you. I'm going to share my screen one more time so you can see this wonderful plant that I'm showing you guys. Here it is again. Here it is again. Look at that. The plant is called Plantago A sciatica, right? One of the best plant. There it is. Somebody got that in their the little pot there, right? There it is. You can't miss it. You literally cannot miss that plant, right? Okay. One of the most common plant and the most neglect plant. People just neglect it because they don't know what it's for. It is very good for pain. And if you get a cut, it will stop the bleeding. Okay. So if you get a cut, if you're outside in the woods, you're camping, you do whatever, let me tell you something. God created these things for, you're outside in the woods, you're, out there doing your thing, and God forbid something happen. There are plants around you that you can use to help yourself heal. And this is one of those plants. You grab the leaves. This plant will stop menorrhagia. It will stop the bleeding. And it also is good for pain. Yes, it's a natural painkiller because it works as a tranquilizer as well. Okay. And it is a natural antihistamine. So those two plants there. Let me tell y'all something. You see that? I am never out of clove oil. This is a 16-ounce bottle, so I have two of them, 32 ounces, right? You come to my house, I am never out of clove oil. These things are important in our house. My house is never out of these things because I understand the importance of these things. Somebody in my house with a toothache? Nope. No, ma'am. Absolutely not. I mean, I got pretty much every home remedy here that actually works. You come to me and you got something going on, we gonna get rid of it right away. That's just how it is in my house. Okay? Okay. All right. See you guys later. Love you guys. That's it. Bye bye.